Okay, tubes, we're hanging out today. So, I have been having some issues with excessive steering play. Now, in a video that I made and deleted, and you'll have to excuse me for the scariness of that, but I booger welded that part of the bracket, track bar bracket in, and really torqued this fucker down right here and eliminated some play. But because I've done that, now I come over here and this little cock bite right here, I just verified where my play is coming from. When I move the steering wheel, this bushing right here compresses. I think we're going to ratchet strap this little bastard in here, and then we're going to unbolt the track bar. Yeah, we're going to unbolt the track bar, take her out, and I am going to, I'll show you what I'm going to do. So this stuff right here, check this out, check this out. I still have quite a bit of it left. This is what we're going to do. This is liquid polyurethane. There's a part A and a part B. Okay. Oh yeah, I got quite a bit, and it's still good. It's still liquid. Oh, did you guys hear that? So this stuff right here, you mix together, stir it real good, and then you can put in whatever dye that you so choose to order. I got red here. So what we're going to do, pour some of that. After we get this track bar off and cleaned up, we're going to pour the polyurethane stuff into these eyelets, and we're going to put the we'll put the centerpiece in, the metal collar. We're gonna tape the one side, and we're gonna put the metal collar in there, get them to stick, and then we'll fill that in, and then that'll make our bushing. And then I think what we'll do is we'll cut the sides off of these bushings here, and what they'll do is they'll keep the track bar located from, forwards and backwards. Before we take the track bar off, we're going to have the ratchet strap going from this end of the axle to this end of the frame, and then flip-flop on the other side. The reason why we're doing this is because we take the track bar out, it's going to the axles want to go to the left or the right, and I also want to make sure I put this in gear. Lightly hook into the knuckle here, which there we go. There we go, tension on both straps, so now you're going nowhere. Just by putting ratchet straps in like that, tighten the steering up. Woo! Fire in a hole. Track bar out. It's a great track bar, but if I ordered another one from James Duff, I would have it done with rod ends. That shouldn't even be a thing. They should just sell them with rod ends. But then they're like, well, ride quality. This is for an off-road rig. We don't care so much about ride quality. I mean, we need this to not have... The whole point of doing a solid axle swap is to get rid of variable toe steering and variable positioning steering. And in this case, we want to get rid of variable tracking steering. I'm tired of having play on my steering, goddammit. So this is my initial thought. We'll fill these with our polyurethane material. God, I saw this bomb like son of a bitch. So what I'm thinking is we refill these with new material. And then what we'll do is we'll take this bushing here, the old ones, we're gonna cut the ends off and put these in as spacers. I think we'll just pour this stuff out here, because basically I could just prop, well this end here we're gonna, I don't even want to take this out. It's got to be tightened down, that's for sure. So we could basically do something like that. I think I could pour both sides, both ends, the way this is. These are going to get recoated with a little bit of lube, just a thin layer, because what will happen when this is in here, we're going to, when we fill it in, it'll be coated with a little bit of lube. That is so when it'll make it so the material won't stick to our mating surfaces, and we don't want them to stick because we want them to be lubricated when they're fully cured, because as you know, polyurethane when dry against metal it will squeak, and we want to keep it from squeaking. So I'll put a thin layer of stuff on here, and then we'll be good to go. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut these so there's just a slight lip, and then what it'll do is it'll locate it in here, and then this will sit in that lip. It'll center it, keep it in place, and then we're gonna tape around everything to keep it from leaking as much, and then we'll just fill it right to the rim, and then we'll cut our other side flat, and then it'll all get sandwiched together. And that should fix our problem. Now, if it still gets squishy, we could always try a Rio Flex 80 instead of the 60 that I have. I feel like this is a 40 or something. It's just the tolerances are bad too. So yeah, that's nice and clean now. Alright, safety squints and wear a condom. And plug in the power cord. Fuck yeah. And then stick it up in here. And then look at that. There's so much play in it. You have this pre-play, and then when it compresses it just that won't even stay. That's okay. So what do we do? Well, I would just take it to a professional. Hey, fuck you. This duct tape just has no stiction at all. None of the tape. Frickin'. Frickin' works. Okay. So the tape will give us a little bit of overspill protection. I'm okay if I spill a little bit over this. Oh yeah. Thanks, Adam. I can hear the damn dog barking through the vent here. It's driving me nuts. Not like I can go over there and feed him anything. The freaking thing's all closed up. What a great combination, coffee and beer. Ugh. So, it's called here. So this is my house. My name's on the lease. We're using the stove here to make our witchcrafty stuff. Now, I got a brand new Tupperware thing. I had another one somewhere that I used just for this. Don't know where it went. So, this is going to be tricky pouring this in there. We'll have to be very careful. I have an idea. I'm going to go do something real quick. I'll show you when we go to pour this. Okay, I tried something and it wasn't going to work. So, what I'm going to do, you know what, do I want a bigger one? This is we'll have to just slowly pour it into our thingamajig. The freaking dog's barking through the goddamn vent. Okay, we're still good there. Still liquidy. We're still liquidy there. It's when the two mix, that's when we start to have problems. This is a brand new stove. I didn't pay for it. And then we got a granite countertop. I haven't been in the spirit of making too many videos because, well, sometimes you need a break. Anyways, let's just let's just do this. So, but by spec, you're supposed to pour this by weight, but it's really, you just need a little half and half. So we'll pour it at the same time. So we're gonna do part A and part B. Hear the dog clearly. I think that's about all I need. It's freaking power stroke going by. I don't think we need much more than this. Putting the fan on high to meet the dog. So then you just mix this up. This does have a bit of a smell to it, but it's not as potent as I had initially thought it was going to be, so I never used this stuff when I lived at my parents' place. So my mom hates weird smells. Make sure you scrape up the bottom too and mix all that up. You can still hear the dog. That dog's loud, man. This RealFlex stuff is so cool. I mean, you can literally make your own bushings. Your own bushings, your own motor mounts. You can still hear the dog. Hey, be quiet! Somebody threw that dog a goddamn bone! Jesus! So now we want to add some red color. Just a little bit. This whole kit here cost me, I think I spent $50. And it's just a starter kit. Look at that. Just that little bit of dye. I want to make sure we're mixed up real well. I would recommend wearing gloves when doing this. I actually don't have any because I don't like gloves. So I'm just stirring it until it looks nice. This stuff takes a while to cure, so. So there we go. I had to switch the beer. My back was starting to bug me a little bit. So I'm just gonna pour it in like that. Pour it nice, and so this tape is actually working out. It's keeping it from spilling over on me too much. It's got a bit of a putrid smell to it. It's not too bad though. Okay, right now it's just coming up to the level where we need it. Nice. If this works, I'm gonna be very, very happy. It's thick stuff, so you gotta pour it real slow. Ooh, yeah, the tape is saving me. Glad I left it. And when you pour it slow, what it ends up doing is it minimizes air bubbles. May have made ourselves a little more than we really needed, but that's fine. Nice. Nice. So this needs to set up overnight. In my case, this is going to set up for more than a day, so, or just about a day actually, sorry. Because I'm going to let this sit overnight, and then it probably won't be till I come home tomorrow night that I can put this back in the truck. So that's going to be it for now. We'll come back later and finish up and try it out. You know, I really like James Duff stuff, and I know those brackets are put on backwards. I'm going to fix that at a later date. But I do like the James Duff long arms. These things are just awesome. Just amazing. I love them. But the only thing I really don't like, well, I also like their buckets. Their coil buckets are nice. The thing I don't like is their upper track bar bracket and the bushings that they supply with the track bar setup. I think that's the only problem I've really had with James Duff stuff, is just that bracket has some drawbacks to it. But I'm able to work around it, and I'm hoping that this job that we just did today will help eliminate a lot of the slop in the bushings. And I think it's just because they've already got a loose fit to begin with, And then the fact that I've put, I've put about 10,000 or just over 10,000 miles on this axle swap, as it's already loosened these up. And they're soft to begin with, so I've always got play in the steering. Everything else is tight. My steering box is tight, even though it's old. I'm eventually going to swap that out with a redhead steering gear because it's kind of leaking a little bit. But this is the main issue I've had with my solid axle swap is the track bar. Mainly just in the bushings and the mount, which the mount seems to be good now, and I'm able to get a bite on that collar. But now I'm just fighting the bushings being crappy. So I'm hoping this stuff works out. I got to figure out what I'm gonna do with the rest of that stuff. I'm glad I didn't pour any more, because that would have been a total waste. So yeah. Anyways, if you guys do a solid axle swap and you do get the long arms, I would say probably don't bother with the track bar from them. Just get a track bar kit from Rough Tough Specialties and then make your own, and then you can put it where you need it. Otherwise, the long arms and the coil buckets and which is pretty much what I'm running outside of the track bar from James Duff. It's all great stuff. It's high quality, really well made. They use big old rod ends that mount up to the frame. It's great, well worth the money. I'm just not happy with the track bar, so I'm having to kind of revise it. So I'm hoping that this, once those cure and we get our other halves, when we cut these off the bushings, we'll be left with these, and they'll go on the sides. They'll sandwich it. And once that's done, I'm hoping that it all makes it nice and strong and doesn't flop around, and we'll take out the play of my steering. I'm okay with this a little bit, but I don't want it to where I have to turn the steering wheel like this and then it catches. It's just not safe, because you can feel the whole truck shift like this when it's not solid. So, oh well. At least I have a backup car. I do gotta put air in that one tire, but whatever. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. We'll catch you later. Bye bye now.